What's up guys, it's Lightsparrow here, and today I'm bringing you my first ever account showcase video. So basically I'm going to be planning on doing these every month after rune removal. Today is the 9th of July. Um, this isn't going to get uploaded on the 9th, I know that for sure, but it might be uploaded on the 10th or something. You'll be able to see when it's uploaded. But so rune removal was the 8th of July and today's the 9th. So I did the rune removal yesterday and I switched around my teams and my runes and all that stuff. And so I'm just going to showcase all my runes and my monsters. And then at the end, I'll show all of my dungeon teams. So if you just want to skip to the dungeon teams, go somewhere towards the end. I probably won't make timestamps, but yeah, just like scroll to the end and you'll see them. I'll do giants first, then dragons, then necro, then my arena offense team, and my R5 team last. So yeah, I'll show all that. But first I'll just go over my runes and my monsters. So I would want to show you all the changes I made, but I never really showed you what it was like before rune removal. So this will be kind of like my base video, and then next month I'll be able to show you like the changes I made from my past months. But I'll just go over the runes relatively quick here because I do have, let me see, this is 30, 35, 38 monsters ruined right now. And so yeah, I'll show you them. So here's my galleon. You're gonna want to pause it if you want to look at these longer. I'll show it like this, I guess. I don't know if it matters. My galleon has these kind of stats. I built him on a support build. He's on violent energy with speed, defense, accuracy. Preferably this would have been HP, but I didn't have an HP rune, and he is max skilled. So that's my galleon. Right now I'm pretty much just using him in select arena and guild war fights and Giants B10. Here's my Susanoo. You can see the stats here. He's actually max skilled, unfortunately. I did that. He was my first 6-star, and I was a noob. But he's on Blade, Guard, Shield. Susanoo just got leftover runes for the most part. Speed, crit rate, and attack. And some of my runes aren't maxed anymore because I used to have them all maxed. But after rune removal, some of these are not maxed yet. But so yeah, speed, crit rate, attack. I use Susanoo in some guild wars, but pretty much I don't use him. And it wouldn't hurt me if I just put him in storage at this point. This is my chilling. He is almost max skilled. He's missing one skill up. Energy, revenge, focus with speed, crit rate, and attack. I used to use him in my dragons team. I have now just used him in some guild wars. I actually do use him. He's really good against stuff like Chloe's and Wusas and stuff that has multiple buffs. And so he's there to do just a little bit of damage, and he's got whatever 14,500 HP to take maybe like one hit or two, and he's got a little bit of accuracy and whatever speed and stuff. So my chilling isn't that bad. Revenge is nice on him. Preferably I would have wanted to rune him either violent revenge or triple revenge, but I just didn't have that kind of runes on me. Here's my Shylock stats. I don't use Shylock in anything. I just runed him up because I wanted to rune up all my 6-stars. I really could have just put him in storage. I might use him once or twice in a guild war or something, but I don't plan on using him. So he just got leftover runes. He's max skilled, and his runes are Swift Energy, HP, Defense, Accuracy. If you guys are trying to rune a Shylock, my best build, or my best recommendation for a build would be like Violent, Energy, or Focus, or Guard, or whatever for the offset. But Violent with like Speed, HP, HP. Here's my Emma, who I only use in some Guild War teams, mainly with Tractor, but You can see the stats here. She just got a little bit of speed, accuracy, and HP. She is max skilled. And she's on shield, endure, focus. Preferably, I'd have her on like violent will, probably. I don't know, violent something. Speed, HP, which is my preferred 2, 4, and 6, I guess. Here's Sig, who I don't know. He's my rep, but I don't know. I should change that. I don't really know what I'll use Sig in. I might end up not using Sig at all this month. But he's got some damage runes. They're actually not that bad either, these runes. He's max skilled. And he's on Swift Blade. Attack, crit damage, attack. Preferably I'd be on Violent, but Swift will do. Swift doesn't benefit him a lot because he only has base 94 speed, you can see. So Swift doesn't benefit him as much as other people. But in terms of what I'll use Sig for, I might find a way to shove him into a Cleave team or a Guild War every there and then. I could use him in my Giants team, but I don't really plan on it right now. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's Sig. Here's Theo, who I just used in Guild Wars. I might try him in my Giants team, I guess, but I don't plan on using him in Giants. But I use him in Guild War defense and my Guild War offense. I don't really focus on defense that much, though, because I just don't. I need to start ruining monsters for Guild War defense. But yeah, he's just got a little bit of, tiny bit of accuracy with his passive. That's 90 crit rate, which is pretty high. He has good speed, attack, HP, and crit damage. These are just decent runes. He's got 1 skill up, and he's on Revenge, Shield, Will. I was debating. I wanted to put him on either Violent Revenge or Violent Will. I couldn't decide which. And then I didn't like the Violent runes I had, so I just put him on Revenge and Will and Shield. So I don't really know what I was planning on doing with this, with Revenge, Will, Shield. Maybe I'll stick him into a Cleave team, but I don't have a lot of Will units, so we'll see about that. Here's my Tark, who I did give very bad runes because I probably should have just put him in storage, but I have 500 runes left, so I was just putting him on all my 6 stars. Really bad runes. I doubt I'll ever use this. He has not enough speed, not enough crit damage. He's got 48 accuracy, even though he has 0 debuffs to land. He's got okay attack and okay crit rate, but he's max skilled. And he's on Fatal Focus, attack, crit rate, attack. I don't think I showed these. DMR is on speed, crit damage, attack, which is pretty much preferred. But so that's Tark. I probably won't use him at all. Tractor, I use him in some Guild War offense scenarios. He got okay runes. He's whatever, about 170 speed, 45 accuracy, 1700 defense, and 15,000 attack. Or sorry, HP more or less. He's max skilled. And he's on Energy, Revenge, Guard. I wanted to run him triple Revenge, but you'll see I only have 21 Revenge runes left. I didn't have good enough ones for him. And then I also was going to try and run him Vampire Destroy, but I haven't upgraded any of those runes yet, so maybe next month, because my focus this month is going to be Necro. But so that's Tractor. Here's Colleen, who I use in R5 as well as Necro, and she has pretty good runes. The very first thing I ruined on this rune removal was I ruined my R5 team first because I wanted to make it work because I've never been able to do R5 before. But so I ruined my R5 team, then my Necro team, then my Giants. Well, no, first I ruined my Arena offense, then I ruined my Necro, then my Giants, then my Dragons, and then I guess I ruined whatever after that. But yeah, my Colleen's on pretty good runes. She's got max accuracy in Raids and Necro. She's got good speed and okay HP. She's max skilled, of course. And she's on Violent Revenge with speed, HP, which is pretty much what I wanted her to do. She's on the back line, so I didn't need defense on her. Here's Spectra, who I'm just using in Dragons, which I don't plan on doing that much this month, but I did rune up monsters for it anyways. He's got a little bit of speed, HP, defense. He's got good crit rate, so he can do some damage on his second skill. And he's got max accuracy. He's got max skills. He's on swift focus with HP, crit rate, HP. Preferably, I could have done like speed, crit damage, HP. But the only way I could have done that is if I ruined him like first or something. Here's my Beretta, who I only plan on using in TOA. He's pretty fast and got plenty of HP and plenty of accuracy. These runes are actually pretty good, at least for me. His skill ups, he's got like 3 skill ups scattered around. They're all bad though. And then he's on Despair, Guard, which is more or less what I wanted. I just wanted Despair and something. I didn't care what the other one was. He's on Speed, HP, and HP, which is again preferred. Yeah, these Beretta runes are pretty good for TOA, I'd say. Here's Adrian, who I'm just going to be using in my Necro team. I wanted her to do a little bit of damage as well as be tanky enough to survive a few hits. So I gave my Adrian not very much speed because it's in Necro, but she is speed synced properly. And then she's got almost max crit rate, which is good because this skill right here is you have an additional chance to have you can shoot 3 shots with the same chance of your crit rate. If I said that weird. But basically, I have a 97% chance to attack 3 times instead of twice, which is useful. She's got a little bit of crit damage and a little bit of attack and all that stuff. She's max skilled. Violent energy, of course, revenge would be preferred, but I don't have unlimited revenge runes. Attack, crit rate, attack. So her base attack's just really low, I guess. And yeah. Here's my Lisa, who I tried to give pretty good runes to. I just used her in my R5 team on the back line. She's got max resistance if we have a resistance leader, a little over 200 speed, and 27, almost 28k HP. And she is not max skilled, but the cleanse is maxed, which is all I care about, so that's nice. And then the runes is just a violent broken set with speed, HP, and HP. So next is my Raid Hua. So you'll see I have 2. This one's a lot tankier, and it's got a little bit of attack, a little bit of speed, crit rate, and accuracy. I didn't need this much accuracy for raids. You only need like 30 accuracy, but I got a little extra. She doesn't have any skill ups at all. Blade energy. I don't really know what I would have wanted on Hua because revenge runes don't really do much. Violent is good, but I'm always like afraid to do violent on raid because it makes the counter go up, the little ticker thing. But she's on speed, attack, and HP, so that works okay. This is my Dungeon Hua, which I use in Giants and Dragons. She's got more crit damage and more attack. This Hua is not really that good, but it's okay. It does what I need it to. And I needed it to be slow. I wanted it to be faster, but I needed it to be slower than my 2 Lucians for my Giants team, so it went pretty slow. It's got a couple skill ups, but it's only damage skill ups. And then it's on swift focus, attack, crit rate, attack. So yeah, it's okay. This is Feo, who I probably won't use once in the next month, but I may use him in a guild war somewhere along the line. I basically just tried to make him a tank because for those of you that aren't familiar with his skills, because he's bad, this skill it'll AoE provoke and then give him a buff that returns damage. But so I tried to give him not very much defense, but a lot of HP and a little bit of accuracy so we can provoke them and then they can do damage to themselves. So he's got a good amount of HP and resistance so he doesn't get defense broken in one shot, and then accuracy. He's max skilled. And he's on Guard, Endure, Destroy. I kind of wanted to try and get him on Vampire, Destroy, and then maybe he could like solo some stuff, like some bruisers, but I didn't. And he's on HP, HP, Accuracy. So now I've got the first Fire Panda, which is ruined for R5 front lines, and that's about it. So he's got like no speed. Basically, all I got on him was defense and HP. So you can see he's pretty tanky, and he's got not a lot of accuracy. Maybe I should have improved that. And he's got not a lot of resistance. I don't know. It's not great. He is max skilled, and he's on defense, HP, defense, blade, focus, energy. Rune sets for him on the front line. It doesn't. I don't know if it really matters that much. Just like guard and energy sets would have been preferred. I don't really need violent or revenge. So yeah, and then here's Smokey, who also I probably will never use this month, but I might use him in some arena or guild wars or something. So I ruined him for damage for his AoE skill. He's got a little speed, little attack, crit rate, crit damage. He has no skill ups. And he's on Despair Blade, which is okay because he has an AoE. Speed, crit damage, attack. So now Verd, who I will just use in my Dragons B10 team. I tried to make him a HP damage kind of hybrid. So he would survive in Dragons, but he could do a little bit of damage back. But so he's the slowest on my Dragons team. That's why he's so slow. I speed synced him to be the slowest. He's got max crit rate, tiny bit of crit damage, a little bit of attack, a little bit of HP. He's not insane, but he does all he needs to do, and I don't plan on doing Dragons that much. He has no skill ups, which is fine. And his runes are Fatal Revenge. Preferably I would have got Violent Revenge, but this will do. Speed, crit rate, HP. So here's Bernard. I gave my fastest runes to Bernard. I only am going to use him in Guild Wars and Arena Offense, but I still gave him my fastest runes. He's on 164 speed, and luckily my fastest runes did happen to be runes that gave him HP and not like, I don't know, like luckily it wasn't like resistance slot 6 and like crit rate slot 4 or something. He's max skilled and swift, broken with speed, HP. So it's pretty lucky to get HP on 4 and 6 and not like whatever, like I said, like crit rate and resistance or something. But that's Bernard. Here's Copper, who I do use quite often in Guild Wars with so he's just ruined to do 1 damage. I use him with a Messity, so I don't need to worry about speed. I got an okay amount of defense with enough crit rate to where the crit rate buff he'll have max and 174 crit damage. He's max skilled and he's on Blade Revenge. I wanted to get him on Rage Blade, but I don't really have Rage runes right now. And Revenge runes aren't terrible, but they're not really preferred either. But he's on defense, crit damage, and defense. So here's my 2 Lucians. They're both pretty similar, and I use them in my Arena Offense as well as my Giants team, and sometimes in Guild Wars, but not always. I don't use them with a crit rate buff. My AO is Bernard, Bastet, double Lucian, so I needed really high crit rate on them as well as high speed on them, or like decently high. And so I did the math, and to not have a speed gap with Bernard and Bastet, they both needed to be at least 160 speed. So this one is 162, which is good enough. And whatever, it's got not as much attack as I would have wanted, but it's got attack, speed, crit rate, crit damage. This one's max skilled, and it's on Fatal Blade, speed, crit damage, attack. Preferably it could have been Rage Blade, but like I've said, I don't have Rage runes. Here's my other Lucian. They're actually the exact same speed, and they're really similar. This one's got attack, speed, crit rate, crit damage. You'll see they're the same speed, relatively the same HP, almost the same crit rate. And then this one has got about 100 more attack and 10 less crit damage. This one's got like 10 more crit damage and 100 less attack. So they do almost the same amount of damage. Yeah, that's the... This Lucian is on Blade, Blade broken, attack, crit damage, attack, and it's not max skilled. So I'm working on that. Here's my Chasun, which I use in my raid backline, as well as some Guild Wars. So she has pretty decent runes. She's got max accuracy with a resistance lead, 190 speed, and then pretty good HP and defense. Her 2 heals are maxed. And then she's on Violent Energy, which is good. Speed, HP, HP. Here's Fuko. I just used him in Necro. He's got max skills and Violent Blade, attack, crit damage, attack. Here's Jameer. He's on Violent Will, you saw. He doesn't need to be fast. Basically, he just is... I want him really slow and tanky. And then I put crit rate on slot 4 just to try it. But he's on Violent Will with defense, crit rate, HP. Here's Amir, who I use in some arena situations and in my Giants team. So I ruined him to be slower than my Lucians, but do some good damage afterwards. He doesn't have that much attack power, so I should work on that. But he is on Revenge, Shield, Blade. It's just random stuff. Speed, crit damage, attack. And he has he has 2 skill ups. 2 damage skill ups. So I forgot to show Jameer is not maxed, but his 3rd skill is maxed, which is all I wanted. So here's Briand. I just used him in TOA. He's got a little bit of speed, a little bit of HP, a little bit of accuracy. His revive is maxed, and that's it, but that's all I wanted. And he's on Despair, Revenge, Speed, HP, HP. Here's Bella, who I just use in Dragons. So yeah, she's got enough accuracy, a little bit of speed, a little bit of HP, defense, max skilled, and Violent Energy, speed, defense, HP. Here's Darian, who I kind of ruined for I use him sometimes in Guild Wars, but I ruined him with a little bit of damage this time. But so he's got a good amount of HP, tiny bit of speed, crit rate, crit damage, and accuracy to land the defense breaks. Max skilled, and Swift Blade, HP, crit rate, HP. So we'll see how that works. Here's my Vero. Just use him in Dragons, and maybe I'll use him in TOA, we'll see. He's got a little bit of accuracy, speed, HP, defense. Max skilled, Swift Energy, speed, HP, defense. Next is Grego. Just use him in Necro. He's got no speed, but he's got enough accuracy, crit rate, crit damage, and attack. He has no skill ups. And Fatal Blade. I wanted Violent Revenge, but I didn't have any. Attack, crit damage, attack. Here's Diaz, who's just in my R5 frontline. So he's basically just tanky. He's got defense, HP, and he actually has a good amount of resistance on him, so he won't get Oblivioned as much. Revenge, guard. Defense, HP. Here's my Bastet. Here's the stats. Just use her in arena offense and maybe Guild War offense too. So she's just fast enough to not get speed gapped with my Bernard, and a little bit of accuracy and HP and stuff. No skill ups at all. Blade, Revenge, Focus. Preferably I could have gone Violent or Despair, but this will do okay. Speed, HP, defense. This is my second panda. It's for Necro. So it's got a little bit it's speed synced correctly. It's got max accuracy for Necro, and it's got enough HP to survive. It has no skill ups, and it's on Violent Blade, HP, defense. So here's my Aquila, who I just use in Arena and Guild Wars. It's got enough accuracy to with its accuracy leader, which is 30%. It'll have max accuracy everywhere. And then it's fast and got a little bit of HP. No skill ups. And Swift Shield. Preferably I could have gotten Will on there, but I didn't. speed, HP, HP. And then my last monster to show you guys is a Messity, who I use in Guild Wars with Copper. And I gave him a pretty fast set that is a little tanky. I could have made him like 10 speed faster, but he wouldn't have had any HP on him, so I didn't want that. He doesn't have any skill ups, and he's on Swift Blade, speed, HP, HP. But so that's that for the runes. Most of the videos are not going to take this long. It's taking 25 minutes to go over the runes, because in future videos, I'm just going to show the changes I made. I'm not going to show every single one, because you guys can just come back to this one if you want to see the runes. But I'll show you guys my dungeon teams now. First, here's my Giants team, and this is the Correctoire. Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you guys all my dungeon teams. And just briefly explain them while they're going. So this team is about a minute on average, and so it's good to know that literally the whole team derped. Whatever. But it's about a minute on average, and it's about like 97, 98% success. It does not fail very often. I haven't ran it that many times since rune removal, but I've been using this team for like 3 months or something, and it works fine. Well, actually, I used to use Sig instead of Amir, but I recently made an Amir, so I'm using Amir now. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, there's no Nat 5s except Amir, but he's farmable, so a lot of you guys are going to be able to make this team. I've made a video. Actually, yeah, I just made a video on this team that I just uploaded this morning, I believe. So you can check out that video if you want more on this team. But it works pretty good, and it's pretty much speed. Yeah, it's speed synced correctly. It's Galleon, then the 2 Lucians go, then Amir, then Hua. So it's nice to actually have my Giants team speed synced, because for a long time it wasn't. And so that's the end of the Giant. And I'll move into Dragons. So 114, that was a little slow, but it's not that bad. So we'll move into the Dragons team. This Dragons team is a team that I used to run, like 6 months ago or something. And then I went back to it because it's about a 2.5 minute team and pretty high. It's like, 97, 98% success rate or something like that. My brother just started using this team yesterday, and he made a video on it like yesterday or something on this team. And so if you want to check out that, you can. It's called like Dragons B10 with Verd and Hua. And the Giants B10 video I was talking about is called Giants B10 Speed Team with Amir. I also made a not very fast team with Amir, but the speed team with Amir is what you're going to want for that last team. But this team is super reliable. Like I said, I ran it for like 6 months ago. I ran it, and I ran it for like 3 months in total. So I know that it's good and successful and whatnot. I used to run a faster team. I've made videos on it, like with chilling and stuff, but the success rate was it was high. It was like 90%, but I wanted something higher, and I wasn't planning on doing dragons that much this month. So I ruined my dragons team like last, and so by the time I got around to my dragon team, I didn't have good enough runes to make a YOLO dragons team anymore. So that's that. And then, yeah, but this team's nice. In terms of how easy it is to get, 3 of them are farmable. And so if you can't get a Hua, that's fine. There's lots of replacements for Hua. Like, whatever. You could use Sig, you could use Megan, you could use, I don't know, Chilling. There's a lot of damage healers you could use. Stella. So, like, whatever. Like, you can replace Hua. But Verd is going to be one that will be pretty hard to replace. And somehow, even though my Hua's max accuracy, it's not landing speed debuff on the boss ever. It's just getting resisted. Maybe I should check and make sure I don't have my raid Hua on this. But I could have sworn I had my dungeon Hua. I don't know. But this team works pretty good, and you're seeing it work right now, even though the Hua keeps getting resisted for whatever reason. and so does the Bella. And I showed you guys the accuracy. They all have about 55 accuracy. I'll check and make sure this is the right Hua though, I guess, because it does seem to be getting resisted way too much. And so this run is taking forever, and resisted on the whatever it's called, the buff strip. Okay, well that run did not go that smooth, but it still won. In whatever 2:45. So like this run is like 2:30 to 3 minutes, just depending on RNG and stuff. I don't think I want that. Let me just make sure that was the right Hua. Yeah, see this Hua is 78 accuracy, and it's just getting resisted left and right. It's just, I don't know, RNG for you. Here's my necro team, which is what I plan on doing the most this month, because I need will runes and nemesis and rage. Basically, is what I'm looking for. Destroy wouldn't hurt, but I don't really need it that much. I don't have any destroy, I just don't really want it that much. This necro team I ran last month, and it worked well. In fact, I don't know if this team ever lost in the whole month, so that should say something about its success rate. It might have lost once or something, but I don't think it ever lost. Last month I did use a 6-star panda instead of this 5-star one, but I don't think it should be a big deal. I just ran up the 5-star one because the 6-star one I have was not speed synced correctly, and I didn't have enough accuracy, so I couldn't use it. And then, just so you guys know, I didn't fuse 2 pandas. The 6-star panda I have, I fused it, made it 6-star, and max skilled it. And then a couple months after I did all that, I summoned this panda in a legendary scroll. So I don't recommend fusing 2 pandas, but if you summon an extra one, I was like, I might as well make use of it. So I did. But this team is speed order, should be Colleen, then the panda, Adrian, and then the 2 liches. I don't think it really matters the order of the first 3. My Colleen's just the fastest because I use her in raids, so she's on like 200 speed. But for necro, it doesn't really matter the speed order of those 3. All that matters is that your liches are last, so you can do the speed debuff, and then once you get the speed debuff, it's necro pretty much turns into like easy mode. You can just it'll be easy to get your defense break off after you get the speed debuff, and yeah, it's pretty much just easy after that. So let's see if I can get this speed. Okay, I got the speed debuff, so it should be pretty easy from here to kill this. I just need a nice defense break now. Okay, so I got the defense break, and yeah, you can see these 2 liches, their second skills both hit for about 40,000 it looked like, because it attacks 4 times and they were hitting 10s if I saw that right. So yeah, it works pretty well. The average runtime on this team is anywhere from 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes. Just depends on your RNG again. And we'll see what this one was. This was about 2.5 minutes. And this team did get 2 minutes and 14 seconds. This was the team that did it. So there's the necro team. What else do I need to show? Here, I'll show my arena offense. And this is the first thing I ruined. Here, I'm just going to fight these rivals because I do the rivals. But then I'll show you against a real team too. The mechanic is basically the same. But it's a 264 speed Renard. I have a max Sky Tribe totem. But so there's no speed gap in this. I just do Bernard, then Bastet, and then I'll slow it down so you can see the damage on the Lucians. This Lucian I saw 6.4 thousand, but I also saw 6.2 and 6.3, so we'll just say it does 6.3k a card. And then you didn't get to see the other Lucian, so let me find another opponent. Yeah, this will be fine. So 6.3 from the first Lucian, and then let's see how much the second Lucian hits. Okay, don't need it that slow. 6.3. Yeah, 6.3 looks about right. And then 6.4, because I saw 6.4, 6.3, 6.5. But so we'll just say 6.3 plus 6.4 is 12.7. And 12.7 times 3. That's 38.1, I guess. So between the two of them, they do like 38.1k damage. So we'll just say 38k damage AoE, ignore defense, and they have like 97 and 98% chance to crit. So for the most part, you can rely on the fact that it'll be 38,000 damage. And so that's how the arena team works basically. I mean, you guys know, like success rate, it just depends on what teams I bring it into. Because sometimes I'll try and experiment and I'll bring it into stuff where it doesn't win. And I could show you my success rate, but I didn't used to use this team. But I'll show you my win rate anyways. But I didn't use this team until yesterday. Let me just grab this mystical. So my success rate is 90.7%. Like I said, I didn't use this team. Next month, you'll be able to have a more accurate judgment of how successful this team is. But so that's the arena team. And then last, I'll show you my R5 team. Hopefully I can actually get a party with people that can raid and not people that can't raid. Does this guy have a fast Delphoy? That Lisa doesn't have max resistance. Okay, we'll try it. Hopefully these guys are good enough. Oh, and he has 2 cleansers. I just saw that. So, if this guy will ready up, we can see the raid team. It's kind of hard to estimate how fast raid teams are because you have 2 teammates. But I mean, normally my raid runs take like 4 to 5 minutes. But like I said, the estimate on a raid team is really different because sometimes you play with people that have really slow teams and sometimes you have really fast teams. This team is a really slow team. It's about as slow as you could get. The only way you can make it slower is if the Hua was not on a damage build. And my Hua's on like a H. It's not really going to do that much damage, but it'll do a little bit. And so we'll see this raid team if it's going to load up. Okay, so there it goes. And this team basically, I'm not like I said earlier. I'm pretty sure I said it earlier. This is the first time I've made an R5 team, and I was playing around with it a lot yesterday. I don't know how many runs I did or anything, but for the most part, I win as long as my teammates don't die. Like as long as I don't have to tank out 2 heads, I can win. And if my team, like if we can get all the debuffs and stuff. Like, sometimes I'll run with teammates, and I'm the only running with a heal blocker. And so, then, if that happens, we'll lose. If I'm the only one with an attack debuff, we'll lose. Stuff like that. But, for the most part, if I have teammates that can actually do if my teammates can also do R5, we'll win most of the time. So yeah, this team works okay. It does, like, no damage. So, in terms of, like, your total, you don't get a lot, and in terms of assist, I mean, I'm not getting a lot, but you can see here I got plenty of debuffs on this team. The Panda does defense break and then like 4 debuffs with his second skill. Diaz does heal block, defense break, attack break. Colleen, attack break, heal block. Swa, speed debuff. Lisa and Chasoon both do glancings. Like, I have enough debuffs to get higher in the assist category. I'm just not getting them, or this other guy is getting all of them or something. But so yeah, that's the raid team. I'll keep talking. Basically my goals for this month is I want to get better necro runes, and pretty soon I want to start progressing into building an arena defense because my AD is just whatever right now. It's like Vero, Chasoon, Brion, Diaz, I think. I'm just trying to find a defense that doesn't get attacked all the time, because I'll have days where I literally get attacked like 24 times in a day. So I realize that means I need a AD that is less appealing to attack, but I don't know what exactly to make yet. I don't have an Orion, so that's that. But I was thinking of doing like not Brion, Chasoon, Theo, Bastet, and Kamon, the Fire Anubis, Kamoon, or however you pronounce that. I'd have to 6-star my Kamoon and my Bastet, but if that would work, I'd be willing to do that. Because also if I built my Kamoon, I could run Kamoon on my Guild War defense too. And also I'm looking to make a couple more Guild War offense units. Like I still don't have a Bulldozer built. Maybe I'd want to make a Trevor. Kamoon would be good for Guild War offense too, so maybe I should just build him. Yeah, there's a couple things I'm looking to build right now. I have a Delphoid that I'm looking to build for Guild Wars, because I don't have any immunity monsters right now. I had a Chloe runed up until yesterday. I took the runes off her and put her in storage. So, yeah, I'll let you guys see my storage really quick in case you want to see. If there's anyone still watching even, because I realize it's 40 minutes in. And so probably the only people watching are the people that skip to the end to see the teams. But this team is looking like it's going to be a win so far, at least. That's my one complaint. I saw Lisa do that clutch right there. My one complaint about Lisa and why I don't like her that much in raids, because everyone or not, maybe not everyone, but most people say that Lisa's by far the best raid cleanser, and I understand that it's because she gets your team to attack, but she doesn't make the attack counter right here go up, or the turn counter. But her cleanse is it's not a smart cleanse, and if you're only running one cleanser, I feel like you need a smart cleanse. So this guy's team is about to die, but luckily, and this guy's not doing great either, but luckily the run ended before I had to start tanking 2 or 3 heads, and so that worked okay. We'll see what the time was. That felt pretty long, 4:30, so I guess that's about average. And we'll see. Okay, whatever, I'll keep this. I wish I would have gotten that despair grindstone right there, but I guess it's fair enough. I had the lowest percentage completed. But so that's about it for this video. I'll show you just my storage really quick just so you can see my monsters. That all these guys don't have runes that are in storage. Yeah, I'll just scroll through it. You can see what you want to see. And then I have all these 4-stars, but that's not really important. The only 4-star I really am looking at, all 3 of these actually. Here, let me lock him. The Kamon, the Delphoid, and the Rigel are all good. So we'll see if I build those pretty soon. But that's really all for this video, guys. I don't know exactly what day I'll be posting this, but it'll be sometime in the next day or two. So today's the July 9th, so it'll probably be up July 10th or 11th. My brother, Hyper, the other guy that runs this channel with me, will also be posting his version of this pretty soon, if not already, by the time you see this. So you can look out for both of those. I'm farther in the game than he is. I don't want to really call myself late game yet. I think I'm probably still mid game. I don't really know how to tell, but he's definitely mid game. And so his video is probably not as long as mine also, because he doesn't have as much to explain. But that's really all I have for today though, guys. So yeah, leave questions, comments, concerns, comments, or in the comment section. If there's any other videos you want to see, you can also mention that. And if there's any, because you saw my monsters and my runes and stuff, if you want to see one of these guys actually get used in a team that you didn't see being used, just tell me in the comments and I'll try and make a video on it. But that's all I have for today though, guys. So may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows.